You've probably used it for cuts, spots, or even nappy rash, that little grey tub of Sudocrem sitting in your bathroom cabinet. But here's the question. What happens if your dog gets a hot spot, itchy rash, or a sore patch? Can you reach for the Sudocrem, or could it do more harm than good? Today, we're diving into the do's, don'ts, and safer alternatives when it comes to using Sudocrem on your dog. So is Sudocrem safe to use on your dog's skin? Yep, it can be as long as you're using it in small amounts. Sudocrem has antibacterial properties, which means it can help with things like minor cuts, itchy spots, or little skin irritations. But here's the key, less is more. You don't want to smother your dog in it. Just a thin layer is enough to do the job. Dog skin can already be a bit of a hotspot for bacteria, so using something like Sudocrem can help soothe and protect the area. Just don't go overboard with it. So what exactly is Sudocrem good for when it comes to dogs? First up, hot spots, also known as acute moist dermatitis, those little red, inflamed, often oozy patches of skin that pop up fast and make your dog miserable. Sudocrem's antibacterial and soothing properties can help calm the area, reduce infection, and support healing. Next, minor cuts and abrasions. If your pups scratch themselves or scrape their skin on something, Sudocrem acts like a little barrier. It helps protect the area from bacteria whilst promoting tissue repair underneath. It can also help with dermatitis and eczema. Thanks to its anti-inflammatory ingredients, Sudocrem may reduce redness, itching, and irritation in dogs with these common skin conditions. Got a dog that's itchy, rashy, or just uncomfortable? Sudocrem can soothe general skin irritations, things like insect bites, mild allergies, or dry patches. And finally, minor burns. Yep, if your dog gets a small burn, maybe from a hot pavement or brushing against something hot, Sudocrem's cooling effect and protective barrier can reduce the sting and help prevent infection while the skin heals. So while Sudocrem can be helpful in certain situations, let's talk about some much better natural alternatives that are not only safer but also specially formulated for dogs. These are my go-to options, and they're often more effective, especially for pups with sensitive skin like Reg. First up, colloidal silver. This one is a powerhouse, whether it's liquid or cream form. Colloidal silver has natural antibacterial and antifungal properties. It works brilliantly on things like hot spots, yeast infections, or skin allergies. It also has anti-inflammatory benefits, which helps reduce redness and itching, and it speeds up wound healing too. I have popped a link below for our UK customers for the colloidal silver that we stock. It is a staple in my first aid box for the dogs and for the rest of my family. Next, coconut oil. Good old coconut oil. It's a natural moisturiser and also happens to be antibacterial and antifungal. It's great for dry patches, flaky skin, and minor irritations, or even just for keeping your dog's coat shiny and smooth. Just make sure to get cold pressed, unrefined coconut oil, and a little goes a long way. You can pick it up in most good supermarkets. I'm sure I saw some in Aldi recently that would be absolutely fine. Aloe Vera gel. This one is fantastic for soothing irritated or sunburned skin. It's cooling, calming, and helps reduce inflammation. Look for pure organic aloe vera with no added fragrances or chemicals, because not all aloe veras are created equal. Calendula cream. Calendula comes from a flower and it's a natural healer. It's amazing at wound healing and anti-inflammatory properties, making it perfect for scrapes, cuts, and general irritation. It's super gentle too, which is why it's often used in baby products and great for dogs too. Witch hazel. This one's a natural astringent, meaning it helps tighten skin, reduce inflammation, and dry up minor irritations. Use a little on a cotton pad and gently dab onto itchy areas. Just make sure it's alcohol free. We want soothing, not stinging. And finally, Manuka honey. This stuff is incredible. It has antimicrobial and wound healing powers and can help with minor cuts, burns, or skin infections. You can apply it directly to the skin or even mix it into a homemade healing balm. Just make sure it's genuine medical grade Manuka for the best results. Now, if you want to use Sudocrem in an emergency, you need to be careful how you apply it. Clean the area with a pet safe cleanser or just cool boiled water and pat dry with a clean towel. Scoop out a tiny amount of Sudocrem, a little goes a long way. Apply a thin layer to the affected area. You can use a cotton swab or just clean fingers. Rub it in gently using very small circular motions. Keep an eye on your dog, you don't want them licking it off. You might need a cone or a distraction to keep their tongue away from the area. Repeat once or twice a day if needed, and always wash your hands afterwards. Now, while Sudocrem is generally considered safe for dogs in small amounts, it's not completely risk-free, and there are a few potential side effects just to be aware of. First up, skin irritation. Some dogs may react to the ingredients in Sudocrem and end up with redness or itchiness right where you applied it. This could be an allergic reaction, or it might just be from using too much cream too often. So always start small and watch how your dog's skin responds. Next, contact dermatitis. This is a more noticeable reaction, things like persistent itching, redness, swelling, or inflammation. It usually happens in dogs with very sensitive skin, or if they're allergic to one of the ingredients like benzyl alcohol or lanolin. If you see any of those signs, stop using it right away and rinse the area with water. Fun fact, I am completely allergic to lanolin. It brings me out in severe itchy hives, so I always steer clear of anything containing lanolin, and this can happen to your dogs too. Then there's the licking problem. Not me, I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about dogs now. If your dog manages to lick the cream off, and let's be honest, many will try, they might end up with a tummy upset. We're talking vomiting, loose stools, or even diarrhea, especially if they ingest a larger amount of Sudocrem. So if you're applying it to a spot they can reach, you might need a cone or some kind of distraction to keep them from licking the area. And finally, although it's rare, there is a chance of respiratory irritation. Some dogs may react to the scent or particles in the cream while it's being applied, leading to coughing, wheezing, or laboured breathing. If that happens, stop immediately and get your dog out into the fresh air. Bottom line, always monitor your dog closely after applying anything new to their skin. If you notice anything unusual, irritation, increased itching, changes in behaviour, it's best to wash the area off and contact your vet. It's always better to play it safe, especially when we're dealing with something made for humans and not for dogs. So there you have it. Everything you need to know about using Sudocrem on your dog and some safe and natural alternatives to consider. I've linked everything that we've discussed in the video below in the description, and please do feel free to leave me any comments or questions. I always answer them myself. If this helped you out, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more down-to-earth practical tips for keeping your dog happy and healthy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.